When I first loaded up Synthwave Hop, I didn't know really what to expect, but I was quite pleasantly surprised by how simple this 3D platformer could be challenging, yet also very frustrating at the same time. As you work your way through the levels, the game gets more progressively difficult than the previous level you completed. This either by adding a new obstacle or even giving you a new ability to help you tackle the many pressures you have running a level. This game also features an online leaderboard because this game's simple premise is basically to get to the end of the level as quickly as you can while also improving your time and efficiency. Level 1 is very simple, it's basically just sort of jumping obstacles and teach you how the game functions and how the movement system works. As the game goes on, you learn that there's new aspects get added, as in wall running and also platforms that drop out of the sky, also with axes being thrown at your face as well, which is quite helpful. Now, for full transparency, I'm not really a fan of 3D platformers. I find them very difficult and very frustrating. However, Synthwave Hop actually provided a challenge which I actually felt good about after completing the level, after several runs. From the hour that I've played this game, you get given 2 abilities throughout progressing the game. You get one that slows down time, which helps you get past obstacles that are moving very fast, and also a dash, which comes into play later on in the game. These 2 abilities combined help you get through many obstacles in this game. Getting into the gameplay of this game, it is quite different from many other sort of platformers. You have to keep moving, otherwise the bar drops and you die. However, the movement isn't all as it seems. The developers seem like they were going for very much forward movement to keep you moving and running. However, there are kind of problems with it. For example, if you are jumping onto a platform while going forward and you think you've overshot it and you press the S key to go backwards, it shoots you flying backwards. Yes, it does have a speed counter to see how fast you are going, but I have no idea why I'm flying through midair and I overshoot something, it's better just to let go of the W key just to fall straight down again. This is better than just pressing the S key. Another thing I want to point out as well is the respawn times. There's almost instantaneous respawning, whereas you just press a key and it sets you back to the start of the level, which I think is great because if there was load times, I think it would have deviated a lot of people from it. Another aspect of this game which I don't like is the wall running. The wall running in this game seems very challenging and it's always a bit of a hit and miss when you land on a wall. You never quite know if you stuck to the wall until you actually start going forward. Half the time you sort of just kind of face slide across it and it doesn't feel like there's any grip with the wall when you get onto it. However, the jumping and running in this game is actually very satisfying, and having to land on a platform actually makes me feel like some sort of accomplishment that I actually nailed the run perfectly. The many obstacles in this game are actually quite challenging and sometimes do lead to quite a lot of frustration because you didn't time a jump right, or that you just narrowly didn't hit the platform because you didn't have enough height on your jump. There is kind of a ledge grab system in this game, and by that it's not very linear to you hitting a platform. Sometimes you'll hit the platform just a bit under and it will just let you slide down and die. Other times you get enough of a speed and height on it that it lets you sort of ledge grab. But half the time it does fling you off because you are holding space half the time and you end up jumping again. Jumping in this game is kind of cool, however if you keep the jump button held down you will continuously jump. So holding the spacebar before landing on a platform can sometimes be helpful, but it might shoot you off. Adding this all up quickly, I think the developers were going for a sort of perfectionist dream with this game. You either nailed that jump or you didn't. It's quite as simple as that, it's quite black and white. I just wanted to mention the music in this review as well. I think the music's actually terrific for this game. I think it really suits the vibe of the game and it actually makes you feel like a free runner when listening to it when nailing jumps. However, I think there's only a handful of tracks in this game, which I can't blame them for, but then again, I would like to see more variation in this, but then again, I think this is completely fine with what they've done. I think it was a great choice. The music that's playing in the background of this review is actually taken from the game, and it is pretty spot on with what I want to convey the message of. Next thing I want to talk about is kind of the graphics of the game and also just the world environment. I'm not gonna lie, the world environment, as soon as you've seen the first level, that is it. There is no variation apart from the platforms. The platforms are very simple, they're basically sort of Tetris squares, which makes a lot of sense and I think that's completely fine. However, I would like to see the levels have different worlds to them instead of just the same purple jagged edges. I think this is still looking good, but I think a little bit more variation was needed to make the game sort of differentiate from each level. Again, I give slack because this was made by a very small company, and I can understand that it was made with the Unity engine, which I think Unity is a great tool for any game developers that actually want to start making games. I do also want to give a mention to the difficulty of this game. This game is quite difficult. You think you're doing well, but you really don't. Again, it's very black and white. You either nail that jump or you fully flop. Again, the developers were going for that high difficulty, high frustration level with this, and I think any speedrunner out there would be happy to tackle this game as maybe a practice into getting into speedrunning. Me, myself, having played Ghost Runner and tried speedrunning, can understand how difficult these games are. I think this game's a very good entry level for speedrunners especially. I think this game would be a very good tool for speedrunners, mainly because it teaches perfection and good habits. What I mean by this is nailing every jump, getting up to the correct speed, and also timing your jumps as well, which is very, very good practice if you want to get into speedrunning. Overall, I don't dislike this game. I actually quite enjoyed my time playing it, and I've actually carried on playing it more than I intended to for this review. By no means, I don't think this is a bad game. I just want to emphasize the point. The point I want to get across is, I think it's a very good game, a very simple game, and I think a lot of games overshadow the fact that keep it simple, stupid. And I think that's what they did with this. They kept it very simple, which has worked in their favour, in my opinion. Again, the tweaks I would make to this game would be that the movement needs improving, and the wall running especially needs a little bit of tweaking to. Again, I don't know the pricing of this game, so that could be a major factor in this, but I can't imagine this game's going to be the cost of a AAA title. But I think it's worth picking up and checking out if you're into a challenging game that is fun, engaging, and is also going to challenge you to your max. Having said all that, I give this game my rating of 6.5 out of 10. I think it's very simple, I think it's very fun, and if you're looking for a challenge, this is the game to go to. I think you will have a great time playing it. I also just want to give a shout out to RockSolid Studios and Keymailer for giving me the opportunity to actually play and review this game. Links to the shop will be down below, where you can actually purchase Synthwave Hop if you're interested. But having said, guys, that's it from me, Big Mac Kaz. I'm now also streaming on Twitch if you want to catch me there live. I also have a Discord server and also an Instagram, so if you want to check them out and see when I'm next live and give the live streams a shot, please click the link below and follow my Twitch, and I will see you all there. And also in the next one. Peace, guys, in a bit.